Hey guys, I'm Sam.
I'm Rebecca.
Welcome back to our watch-along commentary series. Today we're watching Killing Eve, Season 3, Episode 2.
This is not just a reaction video, it's a watch-along, so we'll click play on our copy at the same time that you click play on your copy, and we'll kind of watch along together. We'll comment as we go, and if you guys have any thoughts on the episode, or any thoughts on what we're saying, or you disagree, or you agree, or you want to talk about it, let us know in the comments below. We will read everything for sure, and we will try to respond to everything.
And if you don't want to watch the whole episode along with us right now, that's okay. You can use the chapter time codes along the bottom here to skip ahead to the end and just catch the end of episode review.
But you should watch with us. That's more fun. If you guys like what we're doing, be sure to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. It's just a little thing, but it really does mean a lot to us.
In last week's episode, they killed Kenny.
They killed Kenny. How dare they? So sad. I was so excited. I was so excited that he was coming back. I feel like he wasn't in season 2 as much as I wanted him to be.
Right.
And then he got fired. It was so sad. And so I was so excited that he was coming back. I was thinking maybe they were going to get the band together. Him and Eve were going to keep working together.
Yeah.
No. He's dead. Also, Villanelle killed somebody. I don't care.
And she seems to have a new handler, Dasha,
Dasha.
it seems like.
Which is...
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Which I also am kind of like, I don't know how much I care.
We'll see if they build it up, if we develop. I do like the idea that Dasha and Villanelle are sort of equals in their ability to like kill. Mm-hmm. You have that moment with Dasha and Villanelle where they both put their hands on each other's throats and then kind of laugh about it. I think that's fun. That's new and different from Constantine's style of handling her.
Yeah.
So we'll see where that goes.
And we'll see how Carolyn reacts to Kenny's death.
That's right. Oh, rip Kenny. Poor actor. I always feel sad for the actors who don't get to come back on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys.
Time to find new work, maybe.
Yeah. The actor gets fired. Is it still firing?
Let go, laid off.
It's not quite the same
Downsized.
thing, right? Because it's not that you're doing a bad job.
Yeah.
Or anything like that.
Right.
It's not even really the company needs to be downsized or anything like that. It's just your character's killed out. Is it let go or fired? What? I don't know what you'd call it. Whatever you call it, you're out of a job. So that sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy was on Killing Eve. I feel like it's a fairly big part on a fairly large television show. So hopefully he'll be able to find work quickly.
Well, if you guys are all queued up for Season 3, Episode 2, click play now.
Yeah. Wow, that was hard to tell because it faded in. This water is cool.
In slow motion again.
Doing more slow motion in this season. I wonder if as Eve sort of gets into things, we'll start losing some of the slow motion. Like if it's a reflective of what she's going through.
Yeah. Worry, grief, regret, let it all go.
Those things are never helpful. Is she just carrying a wine glass?
Oh.
Oh. Oh no. Oh, that's a good picture of him.
Killing Eve.
Oh, the droplet dripped. This is new.
Oh my.
This didn't happen last episode, right?
Yeah.
This little intro sequence.
No.
It's almost like flowers, a little bit like a... What's that woman's painting? She does all the flowers. She's really famous.
I don't know.
Oh, now it's gonna bother me. I feel like it looks a little bit like her paintings.
And we're back. The zipper. Man, I guess they can both
Yeah.
commiserate on that.
Got shot by the
Oh,
same
poor
person.
Kenny.
Georgia O'Keeffe painting. That's a little unfair. I feel like he thinks of his family all the time. So this is new Kenny. That guy's new Kenny. Kenny, the guy who lost his gummy stuff.
Mm. Aw, there he is. It's not rocket science on the phone cover, the phone case too. That's a good touch.
Carolyn stoic as ever.
Yeah.
That's a cool shot. Through the keyhole.
Aw, baby Kenny.
Constantine.
Aw. Wow. What a Carolyn thing to say.
She's wearing white at a funeral.
Mm. Oh. Man, she's still trying to keep it together.
Look at her, the only one in white, and
Yeah.
it's just like, see, the costume designer.
Barcelona. Yeah.
Costume designer for this show.
Yep.
I gotta learn their name because look at this dress.
She's still staying at the coolest places.
Oh
Wow,
my god.
look at that. That is beautiful.
Man, I feel like putting Vilna in a leadership position is just a terrible idea.
Yeah, the scenes don't have the same buttons that they did.
I think Carolyn would have fixed her blouse.
That's nice.
feel like this guy is gonna get murdered at some point.
Nice silhouette.
Yeah. His jacket's out of focus, but his face is in. Did you see that? Fuck, depth of field is really shallow.
Man, back to the kitchen.
I'm getting hungry. Those look good. There's a visitor for her. Oh, that's nice, pretty. I'm gonna be a little upset if she jumps back in because of Villanelle and not because of Kenny's death. I feel like it's too soon for her to...
Mm-hmm.
This is...
Interesting, yeah. Oh.
Hmm. Could just be spam or something. Now I'm interested. I'm into this new guy. I'm curious.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Please.
This guy's new Kenny.
Bear.
That seems fair to me. This is her new team. For better, for worse.
France.
Man, at first they were just doing the titles of the country, but now they've started adding
More
in the
specific.
yeah. Oh my gosh, this is great. He's cute. Oh, she's gonna get into this.
I appreciate what they're doing there, but it feels a little bit on the nose.
I agree.
This is interesting.
What a great daughter for Carolyn to have.
Yeah.
I bet she didn't handle that well.
Oh gosh.
That's. Oh my gosh. Terrifying monsters in clown costumes.
Mm-hmm. Somehow Villanelle still looks really put together.
In her clown costume?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's the makeup. It's very precise.
Yeah, I feel like her eyes still feel very piercing and like alert and aware.
Oh, she looks
That's
freaky.
terrifying.
Yeah.
In the wide.
Less scary up close.
Mm-hmm.
Her shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Giant clown shoes.
Yeah.
That didn't sound clean or precise. I love that stop in the music just there.
So you can hear the sound, the struggling.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh. Ah.
Aww. That's why she was crying so much in the bathroom. That's a cool
nice
shot. Yeah.
I feel like they've upped a level on the cinematography.
Yeah?
Yeah, this season. That's sweet.
That was nice, and the blocking and the, like that moment of stopping and then pick up the walk again.
That was some nice sound editing with that song through there. Got a little emotion there.
Oh, man.
Constantine. Very 70s-y,
Yeah.
her outfit. Yes.
Finally.
They're a terrible handler. The super shallow fogginess.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing it with Eve too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she looks a little crazy.
Mm-hmm. Credits. I'm sad to say, but I think the show is losing it.
No, I like it still. No.
I would love to be wrong. I would only be happy if I was wrong, because I really enjoy the show.
I think they're trying to set up a lot of things right now. They're trying to set up a lot of new characters. Dasha, Bear, the editor guy, what's his name? Have they called him his name yet? Carolyn's daughter. A lot of new situations. The Bitter Pill newspaper syndicate thing. Eve working at a new place. Nico somewhere else. Everybody sort of rearranged all of a sudden. It makes sense that it'd be a little like jolty in these first episodes.
I'm willing to stick in there and see how it plays out, but my reservations from episode 1, I feel like are carried and have sort of like stacked up on episode 2. The little somber scene of Carolyn in the car, the execution of that just didn't feel quite right to me. This moment with Constantine and Villanelle, you know, we're waiting till episode 2 to say, hey, Eva's alive. Mm-hmm. And just, again, like the placement of that, waiting till the end of episode 2 and the execution of that just feels a little funky to me. And like I said in the last episode, it kind of puts us back at square one. Oh, Eva's alive? Okay, I'm out to get her. They were opposing each other in season 1. They had this like funky together tension in season 2.
Mm-hmm. And now they're gonna be opposing each other in season 3.
Yeah, we need something that amps it up to the next level. I think they jumped too far in time. When we went from season 1 to season 2, we went, what did season 2's episode 1 start with, like 30 seconds later or something like that? And that felt appropriate.
We jumped in very like going.
Yes, immediately, like hit the ground running.
Yeah.
And I think season 3 could have also started that way with like, oh, the tourists finding Eve, hit the ground running sequence of like, the ambulance is coming, get her to the hospital, is she gonna live, is she gonna survive, da da da, and kind of start hard with that. And then also,
and you could have watched her like be in urgent care in the hospital for like a month or two while you watch Villanelle like get started with her life again.
Sure. And at the same time, we could also be watching whatever's going on with Nico, like Nico and Gemma. We have so much of that stuff to sort of like recover from. And I feel like that's where all the like really interesting stuff is.
Yeah, I wanted to know what happened with Nico and Gemma and how that played out. And it didn't, I never got to see anything.
And I feel like all that interesting stuff we just sort of like shoved aside and like jumped forward however many days or months. And now we're just kind of picking up, I feel like we're picking up the story at the most sort of like boring, lulled part where there's no driving force to the plot.
And you know why I think that is?
Why?
Killing Eve is about the relationship between Villanelle and Eve.
Right.
It's about them, their complexity of what's happening with them. It's about their chase, their cat and mouse games. And for the first 2 episodes of this season, we don't get any chase, we don't get any cat and mouse. We don't get any relationship building, we get nothing between the 2 of them.
Yeah.
And that is the core of what Killing Eve is about, I think, is the relationship between those 2. And so I think what needs to happen is we need to get back to that, where for some reason they're chasing each other or trying to like get near each other or whatever. Whatever that looks like on an amped up level, I think that's what needs to happen next. Because you can't have Killing Eve without Villanelle and Eve being antagonists to each other, right? The word protagonist, antagonist, the word agon, I think means like conflict, like going up against each other.
Okay.
And we don't have any conflict right now. And the main conflict in this show is the sort of the pressure. I don't want to say conflict. I don't think it really means conflict. It's like this pressure against each other, right? Like romances can have like a pressure against each other. Lots of relationships can have that similar pressure. And we don't have any of that
push, drive,
force. Agon togetherness right now that needs to happen. Because it has to be between Villanelle and Eve. It can't be between anyone else. Anyone else is like side characters of the story of Villanelle and Eve together. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And we've spent 2 episodes with like Villanelle, who for some reason spent however much time getting into a relationship and getting getting to the point of marriage.
For whatever reason.
And then like, for whatever reason, like instantly giving it all up.
Right.
Like right away.
Which
I don't know why she went with Dasha. Like what convinced her to go with Dasha? And if she like wanted to have that life with Dasha, did she try to find her in the first place before getting a girlfriend and getting married?
Right. The girlfriend thing seems weird to me because I get that Villanelle just likes to play with people.
Sure.
But I do feel like she's not very patient about it. And it feels like getting to the point where you could marry someone would take some patience. With Erin Peel, that's the longest relationship we've seen her really have.
Yeah.
And she got bored quickly.
Yeah.
Granted, she wanted Eve, but still, I don't know if I can see her just like casually doing the like dating thing with someone.
I feel like we've broken the rules of what the characters want, or the worlds that they live in where they like want a certain thing. So like Villanelle, what we've seen is like she wants to do her job, she wants to get paid for it, she wants to have nice things and live in nice apartments or flats.
Right.
Eve so far has like also wants to do her job and like wants to put away the bad guys. And then in season 2 we kind of saw how her obsession with her job, like how it like swung out too far, and then it like destroyed her, messed her up. So now we're like in this place with Eve where she's just kind of like her whole life has fallen apart and she's just like in this lull. And I don't know what she wants now. Like what is your driving force? It just kind of seems like your life is like I go to the restaurant and work in the kitchen, and I go and I get groceries and I sit at home, and like we saw that in episode 1, that cycle on repeat.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's like. Does she want to get back together with Nico? Does she want to like get back to working at some sort of like government job again?
Does she want to be looking into the 12 or looking into...
Yeah. Or does she want to just do this life? I don't know. And if that's the case, then like I think the show is kind of over. And then like Villanelle also, like what is she doing? Like
they both seem like they're sort of floating.
Right.
They don't know where they're going, which I'm down for the beginning of a show.
Yeah.
But I feel like very soon here I need to see them sort of pick up the pieces of their life, get that thread back, and start being a little bit more intentional about what they want to do.
Yeah.
Or we just get to watch them floating, which really isn't interesting. I want to watch the struggle, right? Like, it's not interesting to me to see Villanelle just get fed up with this guy and shoot him. I want to see the struggle. I want to see her struggle to, like, keep things together. I don't know. Whatever she's doing, I need to see her trying to do it.
Because that's what we had before, right? Like, the interesting things to watch was Villanelle maneuvering Constantine and maneuvering Eve.
Right.
And right now, and so like for 2 episodes, we kind of have had none of that.
Right.
Like the assassinations weren't the interesting part.
Right.
Right? Because that was never a struggle for her.
Right.
That was easy.
Right. It's her trying to manipulate people to do things her way that's interesting to watch.
Right.
And like if she really wants to be a keeper, then let me see her really trying to be a keeper, whatever a keeper is. I still haven't figured that out.
Yeah, it's a thing in Quidditch where...
Nice. Isn't it a thing in soccer? Isn't that why, or football?
Is that what we call a
keeper?
A goalie? Is that the goalie?
Yeah, I think they're called a keeper.
I don't know.
Aren't they? I don't know a lot about British culture, and I especially don't know anything about sports. So this is if I get this right, I'm going to be really proud of myself.
I think it's okay to see them both in a lull.
Yeah, especially after such a dramatic thing from last time.
Yeah, but I think we need to see what their new objectives are, what their new goals are.
Yeah.
If, like, maybe we see for Villanelle, it's like, okay, things didn't work out the way I wanted with Eve. I'm on to my next, like...
woman.
Yeah, or, like, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But then when you throw that away immediately, I'm kind of like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know why you're here. I don't know what you want. Same thing with Eve. You recover from the hospital. Like, what do you want now? Is it to have a small, quiet life when you're in witness protection or whatever? Do you want to get back to...
And if it's, I just want to be left alone and be sad, that's okay too, but I need to see her, like, fighting for that life and being dragged out of it.
Sure.
And I don't feel like I quite see that.
Yeah.
But I do feel like we see the beginnings. Constantine just showed up with Villanelle. We love that pair.
Yeah. He's sneaking around on Carolyn.
Yeah, that's interesting. I want to see where that goes. That seems to be a start of something.
But it's got to be amped up because we've already seen 2 seasons of that. So it's got to bump up to the next level. It can't just be the same thing again.
It seems like Eve is going to end up investigating Kenny's death with the people at the poison pill, the
bitter pill.
The bitter pill. And I think I can like those characters, but I just need to see more of them. and I need to see them like all working together trying to make this happen. And it can be difficult and scraggly at first, but it seems like that's where we're going. I'd like to see them dive into that.
Yeah.
So maybe next episode we'll bring out some of that, the getting started on the plot thing.
Yeah. Well, guys, thanks for watching along with us. Thanks for listening to us pick apart at the show a little bit. We used to love the show, so don't be too hard on us.
If you like what we've been doing, if you're enjoying the watch-alongs or the commentary, feel free to click like or hit subscribe. It really helps us out.
Or both.
Or both. No, you have to pick one.
Oh, no.
You either like or you subscribe. There's nothing else. You gotta pick one.
As you guys know, we're also watching BoJack Horseman. That comes out on Wednesdays and Fridays. And we'll see you guys back here next week for the next episode of Killing Eve.